It's probably going to be a short stream today. I just don't want to deal with the power going out in the middle of the stream. It's so annoying. Here we are, the Crossbell Police Academy. Finally. Can see why they built it all this way in the forest. It's so quiet and peaceful here. Wonder where the chief is. For now, we should check in at the Academy's reception desk. Let's head inside. Yeah, let's. That loot. Oh, what's that building for? That would be the prison. It was built alongside the police academy. And this is where Ernest is being held. Yeah, Dudley and the others have probably brought him in by now. If you want, you could fill out a visitor's application. Oh, that's alright. What he went through was traumatic. He may still need time to recover and reflect. I'm trying to find an opportunity in the future to visit with my grandfather. I understand. I think that'd be nice. I must still care for him. Yeah, I don't know all the details about their history, but I'm sure he feels the same way about her. Alright. Why would they put the parking spaces here and then like have this tiny little sliver right here to get to the prison? You know, maybe put the parking spaces here, you know, and then, or parking spaces here, in fact, you know, against the building, and then you have all this space to go do everything you want. Ah, about time they showed up. Lloyd, Sergeant Major Seeker. It's been a while. Sorry about the wait. We only just got here. Nice to see you again, Juan. Yes, you seem to be doing well. I haven't seen you since your last Guardian Force training exercise, Noel. As for you, Lloyd, I'd say it's been about, 10 months since your graduation. I take my eyes off you for a moment, and the next thing I know, you're a top-notch detective. I don't know about that. I've still got a ways to go. And this is the one in charge of the police academy, I presume? Yeah, this is Juan. He's the manager of the school and nearby facilities. Oh, now I hardly have to do any managing at all. At any rate, Sergey, the floor is all yours. You're free to use the meeting room. Thanks. Well, you said the floor is mine, so, you know, we're gonna be using the floor. Well, no point in standing around wasting time. Come on, let's get this ball rolling. Excuse me, Chief Sergey. What exactly is it that we came here for? Still haven't figured it out. And here I thought I left plenty of clues. Guess you guys really are still rookies. Hey, wait a minute. Plenty of clues as to why you called us here. Could it have been for... a detective exam course? You're already a qualified detective, Lloyd. And due to the nature of the SSS's work, there's no need for other members to take the detective exam. The real reason I asked you here today is so you can take a basic traffic law course. How am I supposed to know that? Oh. Then does that mean, yeah, the SSS is being granted its own orbital car? So follow me. Let's get to drilling the rules of the road into your heads. And that's it. When it comes to handling an orbital car, these are the most essential traffic laws you'll need to remember. Well, did you get all that? I think so. Can't believe I trudged all the way here just to listen to a lecture. Still, the rules seem easy enough to remember, though I can't imagine the current system is going to hold up as orbital cars become more commonplace. We'll cross that road when we get there. It hasn't even been 10 years since orbital cars hit the market. In time, they're going to become more and more regulated for public safety. It is pretty easy to get a driver's license. All you have to do is apply for one. Haven't there been talks of adding some sort of testing to the process? Yeah, someday. There'll probably be all kinds of formal training and practical exams too. But for today, I wanted to make sure you kids are familiar with the fundamentals. As for actual driving, I'm leaving you in charge of that, Noelle. Yes, roger that. Alright, Noelle already has her driver's license. She has plenty of experience from operating the CGF's armored cars as well. Oh, is that so? After I joined the CGF, Commander Bales made me learn. I've loved it ever since. Okay then, time to hand over the keys. It's parked just outside. Follow me. There was no cars parked outside. Check yourself. Man, talk about a surprise. Yes, the chief can be rather sly when he wants to be. But an orbital car, huh? Can't say I know much about them, but what make do you think it is? Verne or maybe a Rhineford? Well, when it comes to commercial orbital cars, those are the only two major manufacturers on the market. I wouldn't mind driving a Rhineford, but the Verne company is more established. Plus, they have a very diverse catalog. From compact cars to sedans, they even make the Republic's signature buses. The Rhineford company is more known for luxury cars and utility vehicles, correct? Exactly. If I had to say, their models are more sturdy and high class. Many of their designs seem to be inspired by Rhineford's history with orbital trains and tanks. Luxury cars inspired by tanks? That's interesting. It hadn't really hit me before, but I'm starting to get pretty excited myself. Alright, let's go have a look. Check a look. They really called me all the way down here so they can give me a car? Canned juice. You're all done with your little training lesson. Now you just need to hone your practical skills, is that right? Yeah, more or less. Chief really threw me for a loop with that crash course. Who knew he could be so educated? Funny you should say that. Sergey actually used to be the Academy's driving instructor once upon a time. I've no doubt you kids just learned from the best. Oh, that's right. I do recall him mentioning that once before. Chief Sergey knows how to play things close to the vest when he wants to. And he isn't the only one. I've been trying to find out what kind of relationship he and Commander Bales have for ages. The Chief's always been like that, and I can't blame him for keeping his professional and private lives separate. Say, Lloyd, I know this is a little out of the blue, but you wouldn't happen to have any peculiar dishes on you, would you? Peculiar dishes? What for? Well, the Academy's in need of samples for our forensics training program. Any truly out-there dishes with ingredients no one can even begin to suspect would go a long way. Well, I get it. Something to test their ability to identify substances. Still, could you elaborate a little on what kind of peculiar you're looking for? It bears noting that the CPD forensics team is renowned for their advanced composite analysis equipment. Not sure I'm not sure that we'd be much use to them. We're hardly culinary professionals. I wouldn't worry your pretty head over there or something. In this case, it's better that we aren't perfect chefs. Our kitchen misfires should provide them with plenty of interesting specimens to dissect. That's true. I always try my best, but accidents do happen, you know. As a matter of fact, that sounds exactly the sort of thing we need. You're perfect for the job. That settles it then. I'll be counting on you. And no rush, alright? Just drop by and deliver any peculiar dishes you have whenever you're in the area. Got it, we'll keep it in mind. Oh, and one more thing. There's a book here that I think you might be interested in. Try cracking it open any time you're looking to relax and wash off some daily fatigue. Oh, thanks, Juan. I'll give it a shot. Now that... I was just like, oh, I'll talk to this guy real quick, and it became this crazy thing. Oh, wow. You can actually read this. Well, you know, if you're on the YouTube side, you know, here you go. You can read chapter 1. And, you know, you're going to be on the edge of your seat. Because I'm probably not going to get a single other book. But, you know, who knows? Let's do a safety save. Ooh, that car actually looks kind of nice. Wow. Is this the orbital car we've been assigned? I hope it's bulletproof. It doesn't look half bad. Oh, right. Wait a second. This framework, this design, it's not a Vern or a Reinford. Right you are. This here is a Model XD 78. Straight from Zeiss Central Factory in Liberal. It is? ZCF developed an orbital car? Why is that so surprising? It looks more like a Jeep. Liberal's terrain is rugged and mountainous. Orbital cars aren't common there at all. Instead, ZCF is known as the continent's leading manufacturer of orbital airships. Zeiss Central Factory actually made an orbital car. She's beautiful. What are the specs? What's her top speed? Down, girl, down. Apparently, it uses a scaled-down model of the engine they're currently putting in their airships. As for speed, it tops out at 1,500 celled per hour. Amazing! Wouldn't that make it faster than a train? Why would the SSS be given such a high-performance vehicle? It seems so new that I doubt it's even officially on the market yet. Well, truth is, the department wouldn't usually hand something like this over to you. But the new mayor insisted. Matter of fact, he's the one who arranged for it. Mayor Croy. Well, it does make sense that Uncle Dieter would have connections at ZCF. Ah yes, if anyone could pull it off, it's the CEO of the IBC. I find it hard to believe he'd go out of his way for us like this and not expect anything in return. Guess that means you'll have to repay him with some old-fashioned effort. But if you think it's too much responsibility, you could always refuse it. In which case, we assign you one of the General Vern models issued to the police. No need, we'll accept it with gratitude. Is it all ready to go? Sure, maintenance is done, and it's already been taken on a trial run. Here's the key. Wow, this feels like a really big moment for us. Right. We've been wanting a car like the First Division has for so long. They kind of have been mentioning that. What are we waiting for? Are we going to take it for a spin? I guess the sensible thing would be to drive it back to Crossbell City. Well, would you do the honors? Yes, I'd love to. Suppose I'll hitch a ride back with you then. Okay. So this is probably going to be like what happened at the, say, second half, latter part of the game for Trails from Zero, where Noel can like take you wherever you want to go. What's wrong? Aren't you going to get in? I think I'm a little nervous. This is a big step for us. He's right. It's our very own car. After all we've been through, the concept is almost surreal. Feels like only yesterday that we were envying the detectives of the First Division for having one. Yeah, I can understand that. Get this show on the road, people. We've got trails to blaze and dust to leave. Just look at her. She can hardly contain herself. Best not to keep a lady waiting, no? Yeah, good call. All right, guys, time to go for a ride. Time to ride. Come on. Oop, nope, I didn't want to do that. Oh, hey, that chest appears right there. wonder if I drive you nuts with your puns. I feel like Mr. JRPG, you have this list of puns for very specific moments, and like you're like, oh yeah, he's reaching that part. I gotta get this pun ready. You're on top of things today, and you've been on top of things with the Trails from Zero game too. You know, I'm on to you. I see through your game. Get a whiff of that new car smell. Oh, I hate new car smell, by the way. It is rough. And the wheel handle's like butter. That's probably a bad thing. She's everything I ever dreamed of. The seats are nice and comfortable, and the interior is no slouch either. I have to say, I'm sold. It's a nice ride, there's no denying that. Not to mention the fact that that we can comfortably fit about 7 people. Which means we'll be fine even after Randy and Tio get back. Okay, enough of the accolades, let's head out. Save your final judgments until after you see this thing in action. Right, here we go. Nope, pure improv? Weird how you can come up with stuff on the spot, but can't construct a well-written joke or chest message for the life of you. I feel your pain. There are some times where someone would say something to me, and like my response to them is just total garbage. And then after the conversation is over, I think of the perfect response, but the problem is that it wouldn't make any sense to bring up the conversation again and say like, I have the perfect response for it, because the conversation has been, over and, all that other stuff. So it's rough times. I feel your pain. This is incredible. It's like you guys have never been in a car before. You're right, it's fast, but it feels so safe. I feel like there has never been a time in my life where I've been in a fast-moving object or vehicle, and one of the things that came to my mind is, wow, this is safe. If you pay attention to the posts outside, you can actually see that the posts are moving at a different speed than the floor. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's what we like to call a goof. Plus, the engine hardly makes a sound. And yet, you can practically feel it purring right under your seat. That's ZCF engineering for you. I wouldn't mind taking her for a spin sometime myself. I like the CGF's armored cars too and all, but man, starting to feel like I'm cheating on them. Is that how you see it? You're a real gearhead, aren't you, Noelle? Surprised we didn't go into like 12 paragraphs of Noelle's love for vehicles. Look at those wheels. Honestly, Randy, how are you not tired after 5 full days of survival training? Who says I'm not exhausted? Down for a shower if you'll join me. Then maybe we could snuggle up in bed together. Come on, you're such an idiot. But speaking of that car, I've never seen anything like it before. Maybe it's a new Vern model on loan to the police. Nope, that's ZCF's handiwork. Blows my mind they'd get a snazzy ride like that for the SSS. Zeiss Central Factory? I thought they didn't make Orbital cars. And what makes you say it was given to your division? Well, Lloyd and Mademoiselle Ellie were sitting inside it. Look, there is no way that, first of all, you could see the car. Second of all, that you could see people inside the car from here. Not to mention the chief and our 2 new rookies. Who else could it be? How could you see who was inside the car from so far away? Did it have ZCF's name on it somewhere too? Yeah, there was an emblem engraved on the left-hand side. Man, now I really can't wait to get out of here. Hey Randy, won't you consider coming back to the Guardian Force? Huh? Just no matter how I look at it, your abilities are better suited for the military, and you've been comfortable training with a rifle this time too. Only because I'm practicing with blanks. You know I'd be in the dirt with this thing in live combat, don't you? But don't sweat it. If you're ever in a jam, I'll come running. Now come on. We got some rehab training to finish up. I know that. Pick up the pace. How long do you intend to dawdle? If I don't see every one of you up that rope in 10 minutes, we're staying out here till the break of dawn. Yes, ma'am. Please, no more snakes. Stop slacking off and get to climbing. Yeesh. Oh my gosh. This guy with his yeeshes. I even had to say it like he says it. You're a devil of a senior officer when you want to be, you know that? Oh, shut up, Randy. Liberl does not have cars, or very little of them, so they'd probably flip out. Liberl. It's true that I don't think I saw a single orbital car in Liberl, but it's been a while since I played the Sky games. A huge one-eyed man with red hair. Yeah, we've already contacted the First Division about him. We don't have the slightest idea who he was, but he clearly wasn't your typical wayfarer. After all, he didn't do a thing to hide how powerful he undoubtedly was. Therein lies the issue. Terrorists and Jaegers tend to be more discreet about their battle prowess, and even if we have probable cause to suspect him, state law doesn't allow us to open an investigation right away. That's true. The strange behavior we've witnessed recently from Heywei and the Imperial government is also a cause for concern. It would seem the void left by Ravash is finally starting to make waves in the shadows of the underworld. More like right out in the open, from the sound of it. Then there's that trade conference at the end of the month. Business is about to pick up for us. True, but we're prepared for it. For now, I think it's imperative that we find out who that man is. Agreed, I wonder where he might be staying. Probably roughing it out in the hard edges of the outside world. And same, so maybe there are some you forgot about. It's definitely possible. I know that, like, as Estelle and Joshua took airships all the time, but there might have been a scene with, I think his name is Richard. I think he might have had a car at some point. Maybe. Did some fine work. Oh, these were stairs before, and I guess now they're ramps for the car. Chief, don't tell me. All that construction was for the orbital car. Yep, I had them install a parking spot for the ride and a driveway to get to it, using headquarters funds, no less. Wow, this is incredible. There's even enough space for us to do maintenance. And so begins our life with an orbital car. We're really going to be driving on Easy Street now. I think Kia will be absolutely thrilled. Whoa, what the heck is that? That's a really nice car. Oh, Ryu, Henri. Hello again, you two. This is so sweet. I've never seen a car like this. Wait, no way. Did you guys buy this? Of course not. We're borrowing it for the SSS business, though. Seriously? You guys get a promotion or something? I wouldn't call it a promotion exactly. Wait, where's Kia? She's not with you guys? She with Momo, maybe. How should I know? Just because we walked to Sunday school together doesn't mean we came back with her. I guess not, but She said she had some work to take care of for Sister Marble, so she stayed behind. She might still be at the cathedral, maybe. I see. Wonder what could be keeping her. Sheesh, you two. Overprotective parenting much. Can you blame them, though? She's their precious little girl. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's only natural for us to worry about her. We're her guardians. Well, if you guys are that antsy about it, why don't you pick her up at the cathedral? You do have a new set of wheels, after all. Make a good point. Can we count on you to drive, Noel? Do you even have to ask? No way, you guys are picking up Kia up in that thing? Ooh, me too. Let me hitch a ride. Come on, Ryu. Your dad is going to ground you if you come home late. I totally forgot about that. Kiruru just got back today, too. Well, it sounds like you two should hurry on home, then. Don't worry, we'll give you a ride one of these days. You'd better. Well then, if you'll excuse us. Take care, you two. Suckers. Enough chit-chat. Go pick her up already. I'll be heading back inside now. Got it. Let's go, everyone. Right, we're off to the cathedral. We'll have to pass through the entertainment district. We can get there via Central Square from there, or from here. Lead the way, the wheel's all yours. Oh man, I can't wait to see the look on Kia's face when we get there. She is a bit of a gearhead herself, after all. You two really are just a doting mom and dad. Those wheels aren't turning. Look who's in town. Alright, everybody. Marvel at these new wheels. Taking it for a spin. A joyride in the city, as it were. Oh, come on, you could drive it up the stairs. We're here. Now, where could Kia be? We can start by checking her classroom. Look at me, rolling my way up to the cathedral. I suppose miracles really do happen. Not exactly the worshipping type, are you, Wazy? Not that I have a bad relationship with Adios. I've just never meshed with the church-going crowd. It always gives me shivers being in one. That's a little strange coming from someone who named their street gang after the Testaments. And didn't you always refer to your fights with the Saber Vipers as crusades? That was mostly Abbas's ideas. Excuse me. Is that Reese? Oh, it is. Sorry to bother all of you. Well, this happened to be the Crossbell Cathedral. Oh, yes, it is. That's a big suitcase. Gotta hide her, what weapon does she use? I really want to say she uses an axe, but that's not right. I don't remember what weapon she uses. Reese? Ellie, it's been so long. Come to think of it, I do remember you mentioning that you were from Crossbell. That's right. You're the last person I expected to run into today, Reese. She an acquaintance of yours, Ellie? Yes, you recall that I studied abroad before joining the SSS, right? I met Reese while in the holy city of Arteria 2 years ago. She did a lot to make my stay more comfortable. Arteria? Isn't that the location of the high seat of the Septian Church? Indeed it is. We really need to go to Arteria. Where's... Like, I know, Calvard is, like, a big deal. But Arteria? That place has got to be the bomb diggity. Want an answer or leave me ponder? Yeah. What is her weapon? I've played the... Well, I've played the only games that she's been in, so... And they come before this. Well, that's fine. My name is Reese Argent. I was recently appointed to the position of Crossbell Cathedral. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Likewise. Nice to meet you too. So, you're going to be working at Crossbell Cathedral now. Oh wait, but I thought you were... Ellie, I have a small favor to ask. Would you mind keeping the nature of my position a secret? Oh, of course. There are a special reason why you've been assigned here. Yes, but I'm sorry, I can't tell you just yet. I have a few questions I'd like to ask you about the current state of Crossbell. Of course. Ellie? Oh, we're just catching up. I still have to report to the cathedral, so please excuse me. Do you all have business there as well? Yes, we came to pick up a girl from Sunday school. We think she's still in her classroom. I see, then I'll just leave you to it. Sword whip thing. Think Ivy's weapon from Soul Calibur if you play or seen it. Aha! I know what weapon you're thinking of because there's another character that uses a sword whip thing. And that character completely and utterly destroys me. I had a hard time with that character. Sister Reese, there's something about the way she carries herself. Struck me as very mature. Just how old is she, Ellie? Only 1 year older than me, so 19. I met her by chance while in Arteria. That's how we got to know each other. She introduced me to all sorts of tasty eateries, too. Eateries? Her? Yes, despite her appearance, she's actually something of a gourmand. Now that she's in Crossbell, I'll have to return the favor and show her around. Sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. Is something wrong, Wazy? You're kind of blanking out there. It's nothing. The girl had a certain air about her. It intrigued me is all. Intriguing how? Seemed like your typical sister to me. Pure, polite. Please, it doesn't take a genius to guess that there's something more to her. Though I'm sure a certain someone already knows a thing or two about that. Whatever could you mean? Okay. Well, anyway, sun is going to set soon. Let's go pick up Kia. Yes, let's. You're too sharp for your own good, Wazy. Alright, I don't remember where her class is, but I don't think it's in here. Oh, something wrong. There's still a class in session. Oh, well, I got it right first try. I thought it was one of the satellite buildings. So if you would insert this value into this equation, there you go. The answer is 512 Selg squared. Whoa. Yes, that is correct. Though I've never seen that formula before. Did you think of it yourself? Doing it this way just felt right is all. Is that not okay? Oh, that was very creative of you, Kia. This would never work in my math classes in the past. Anytime I would get an answer that did not follow the strict requirements of how to get the answer, they would give me like a reduced grade for it. Because I was supposed to use the formulas and the methods that were taught instead of, the ways that I thought that made more sense or something like that. And I'm not saying that I'm a math genius, because I did happen to be pretty good at math. But I always disliked math because it's math. All that being said, there were times in my life where I was given a formula and I was just like, I'd rather do it this way. And the teacher's like, no. All right, sorry about that. There's crazy stuff happening outside because there's electrical work going on, and apparently they're moving telephone poles. And there's telephone poles like in our front yard, and it is kind of crazy. So anyways, no, that was very creative of you, Kia. Keep that in mind, everyone. The suggested formula is but a single guideline for finding the correct solution. You should always approach a problem with excitement and an open mind. Oh yeah, finishing my story that now is going to be a very brief finish, but yeah, I never ever got to utilize, alternative methods, alternative legitimate methods to get to the final answers or something like that for like tests and things like that. I ran into that issue in art school too. It's like they want you to draw certain things and they want you to use certain techniques, and it's like, no, man, like, teach me the techniques, but let me develop my own style with those techniques. Let me blend the techniques to create something that fits what I want to create. Don't just make me draw the same stuff over and over again. It's so obnoxious. Yes, ma'am.